No, welcome to the stream. Maybe I should finish Golden Sun. Maybe that's something I should do. Um, do I want to rant about anything today? Do I want to rant? I'm happy with my hair. I feel like I'm getting it, you know? 3D, I'm getting it. I'm happy with the success so far, but there's still things I don't understand. Like a lot of the code here is stolen. Not stolen, he gave it freely. Like it's coming from a tutorial. I don't know if that's stolen, but a lot of these mathematical things, right? I don't know how they work. Look at this shit. Rotation, degrees, y, degrees to radians, lerp angle, degrees to radians, rotation degrees, atan. What the hell does atan mean? Velocity, delta, rotation speed. This stuff is way beyond me. I'm mathematics and geometry and all of that. I've got to sort of just steal other people's code. But I feel bad about it, but mate, that's where I'm at. I'm not good at mathematics. Did you update all projects to 4.4? Yeah, I should check if Joe pulled 4.4. I don't need 4.4. How you doing, Hilden? But I might switch over eventually. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to get a hang on 3D at the moment. I'm not really Hello, SpecNet. Hello, my friend. I hope you're doing well today. Maybe you wanna we can talk about armor today if you want. Vertex 4.4 had vertex lighting for that retro look. I don't know what vertex lighting is, but it probably is pretty good. I'm not even set up yet. I need to set up my stream. A little bit of music, tiny bit. Nothing crazy. Something in the background. I'm not sure I need 4.4. I'm still trying to learn 3D. I can chill for a bit. I'm gonna go get some food and some coffee. I'm sorry to like leave straight away, and then I'm gonna rant about something. I did have something I wanted to rant about, but I forgot. It's only been 3 minutes. Hello, Hansi Z. I need to go get some food. I probably shouldn't start my stream and then leave, but whatever. I'm doing it. Leighton, hello. Take your time. Hello. Funny you mentioned armor. I made a new discovery. I used to scorn the ladies wearing chainmail underwear. Turns out it was very real. I'm not sure about that. You'd have to prove that to me. How you doing, Slayton? How's your GY nightmare going? Are you in GY hell at the moment? So, Four had many great things for 3D, like physics interpolation. It's going somehow. I figured out most things I needed to figure out. That's good. That's awesome. Yeah, like I said before, GUI is hard. You should do one of those streams starting in 5 minutes screens so we have time to come. And hello, Deformed. Still gotta wait a little bit for Redot to catch up. I'm sure they're gonna add something, and that's why it's taking a minute. They're gonna add something extra. Don't know how you would look at that. Don't know. Yeah. This array easily rectified. If you're okay, my friend. A Chilean friend. Moss amigo? Wait. My amigo. What? Mi amiga. Mi amiga. Or mi amigo. Oh, it matters whether you're male or female. That's interesting. Okay. What was I saying? I think I think I obsessed a little bit too much about Grand Fantasy Heroes. It was a problem, you know. You shouldn't be spending 8 hours a day, all day, on something like that. You won the game jam. Oh, really? Oh, that's awesome, mate. That's great. Yeah, I mean, it was a quality game. It was like it was probably better than everything else. Obviously, I didn't play everything else, but it was a game. It worked. It functioned. You know, and just that on its own is an achievement, right? Which game jam? It was like a little game jam, and that Dark Void was in. What just happened on Discord? I lost most channels. On my Discord? Oh, oh, this. Oh, really? Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. Did Leon get banned in some way? What's your name? Leon. I don't think so. Yeah, this is very interesting. I suppose if you don't have much money, and if you've got the choice, I'd rather... You won $100? Oh my god, mate. That's awesome. I mean, he was competing with Fear Games. That's awesome. Oh, confused. Ah, Night Errant. I think I remember this channel. I'm sorry, Leon. I don't think I've banned you or anything like that. I'm not sure what's going on. Can you go into other people's Discords? Or is it just my Discord? Someone playing with permissions right now. Lost access to art but got general. The only person with power in this place is Chrometer. He's got the power. He's the master of the Discord. So it's possible, and also the Jones bot might also be fucking with stuff. Wait, is that get the fuck out? Still not verified. Yeah, that's awesome, mate. Dark Void, that's awesome. That is great. That is great news. You're a professional game dev now. I'm not verified for Discord to be a real person by phone. What game was it? It was like a it's like a bullet hell, I suppose. Yeah. Award-winning game dev. Yeah, you're an award-winning game dev. I'm upset about this, Leon, but I don't know what to do about it. I apologize. I hope it fixes itself. Auto mod. Well, this isn't on. The server banned list. You're definitely not banned. Can't go back for some reason. Oh. I don't know. Anyway, I audit log. Audit log. Audit log. Maybe I should change the name of this server now, since I'm finished with Grand Fantasy. I don't know what to do. You had it on server settings. Is this Jones bot fucking stuff up? Novice. Roll for novice. Where's Chromitter? Summon Chromitter. I summon thee. Chromitter, I summon thee. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's super weird, isn't it? Brzadina. Send James Bot to the gulag. Yes. I think it might come down to that. Wonder how I edit the bot. And this is why you add things you don't understand yourself. You don't add things you don't understand. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, it's weird. Okay, let me... Now members to view this channel by default. Disabling this for everyone makes this channel private. Allows members to change this channel's name. Allows members to change this channel's permissions. Allows members to create, edit, or webhooks. Send messages in threads. Create a public thread, create a private thread, embed links, attach files, add reactions, use external emojis, use external stickers, mention. Maybe you should be able to do this. Manage threads. Delete or read message history, Send text to speech. Send voice message. Create a poll? Sure. Use application commands. Okay. Allow members to activate. Use activities. Use external apps. Don't know. Maybe. Okay, now let's go to feedback. Do the same thing. View the channel. Send messages. Okay, and that'll be enough. Let's just do that. It's just permissions, view channel, send messages. Oh, okay. So I already had it. Feedback. Wait, what did I do? Permissions. Okay. Art. Permissions. View channel. Send messages. That one doesn't matter. Okay. Can I see a screenshot again? All roles can see all channels. Yeah, super weird. He could only see art. Weird. How about now, Leon? Oh, what the fuck? Mate, please restart your Discord or something. Try that. I would appreciate that. Hello, Leon, Chromitter. We're trying to work out why Leon can't see the Discord. I think he hid the channels. Oh, is that possible? Remove novice from the roles. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter, but I can do it, I think. I don't know how to do it, but here we go, roles. Viewers roles, add role, open mod view, remove role. I think he hid the channel. If you click on the text channels, if you click on the text channels, is that true? It might be true. Yeah, I think that's true. It was nothing. Is it true, Leon? Is it true? I really hope it's true. When you send a message, but I'm gonna add the roll back. I'm really hoping this is true. Because in like this, yeah, it's like, I don't know about this one though. Oh my god, Slayton, I'd love to. Maybe you can put it in Discord. Well, this is the first time I'm ever gonna see Slayton's game. I've been hyping it up all like year. Oh, and I think you sent a video.
Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Ian Laspina, and today we're going to look at night skirts. Hey guys, thanks for joining me again today. We are going to be talking about groin protection today. So before we get started, one of the most important things to understand is that we kind of have this modern preoccupation with protection.
All right, Auntie Z, see you later, mate.
And we also make the mistake of looking at male as inadequate protection for the groin. But what we're going to see is that through the bulk of the High Middle Ages, into the Late Middle Ages, even into the Renaissance, that male was considered perfectly adequate primary protection for the groin. So going back basically through the entirety of the High Middle Ages, what we see is that the groin is protected primarily by the male hauberk. So basically the skirt of the male hauberk hanging down. If you look at the Bayeux Tapestry, that's really all you see. Into the 12th and 13th centuries, the male hauberk is the primary defense for the groin. Even into the 14th century, where the skirt length shortens a bit, it's still long enough to be the primary protection for the groin. Don't make the mistake of looking at a 14th century armor with nothing but the skirt of male hanging down and assuming that the groin is not protected. Now, there is some experimentation in the rest of the Middle Ages with dedicated equipment for protecting the groin. So we're going to take a look at that now, but don't dismiss just a male skirt as completely inadequate protection, because that's not true. A couple things to keep in mind. A lot of armor was being used on horseback, so having 1,000 pounds of horse between your legs is pretty good protection for the groin. Even on foot armor that may have been dedicated to foot armor or optimized for use on foot. The way that you fight, again, you're not going to present vulnerabilities as an easy target for your opponent. So the other thing you can't get around is the need for mobility through the groin. As you fight, it's not a static activity where only your upper body is in use. You're constantly in motion. You're constantly utilizing your legs. And in order to do so, you generate a lot of movement through the groin. Because of that, if you start to encase that in steel, you're going to start to severely restrict that movement. So that is, of course, another concern. And what you're going to see is, especially later on, the difference between dedicated tournament armor, where
I'll just make sure there's an... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Kalitz has won the point. Is this all... Polish? Susu. Congrats the release. Thanks, mate. Really primitive, mostly placeholder fonts at the moment. (8-2). So I don't know anything about volleyball, so... Resume match, speed. Opposite hitter. Aggressive, high. Resume match. I don't know what any of these might mean. You do use Godot, don't you? So these are like the drop-down menus. And I think this might even be like a node that's in Godot. The hand model looks so real. I think this is a real picture, isn't it? Stock images. Very cool. Anyway, today I should actually probably do some work or something on my game instead of pissing about. This is the game. You can run around. You can jump. And you can charge jump. That's it. It's a lot of work just to get here. But it does work now. And you can do this weird stuff, but it's okay. I kind of want to play. And you can imagine like these platforms will just keep on going up and up and up. But can you do a backflip? Oh yeah, and he idles, so he sits down, and then he'll stand up as well. But up and up and up and only up. But you know, what I want to do is I see it in games a lot, right? Is you will have a change direction animation. Have you seen the game called Only Up? Yeah. Yeah, that's the inspiration, I guess. What was the other one called? You're in like a bucket. You're in like a cauldron, and you've got to and you've got a hammer, and it's 2D, right? And you're going up this. You're going up and up and up. I can't remember what that's called. Streamers love those games. Yeah. I don't know if it's high quality. It depends how much fun I'm having, right? If I'm having fun making the game, I'll carry on. But if I'm not, I'll just make like a prototype. Also, the thing is, I don't play platformers, so it's not my sort of game. I'm just doing it to learn 3D mostly. Rigged animation model, mini scene. Yeah, thanks, mate. Kind of sus. I never touched this carrot sign. It's alright, mate. Yeah, random misclick for sure. I would probably be confused as well. I think I would be confused. Because I don't think I've ever clicked this as well. I didn't even know you could do this. It was the rough styles. Sorry if the mess looked weird. It's alright. I'm just glad it wasn't a problem. Okay. Now. Right, I need to add... So on Mixamo you see this... Okay, so this is what I want to add. When I think walking is okay. I don't need to like have any changing directions or stopping animations or starting animations. But the first thing I need is like when he goes to sprint, there needs to be like he needs to kick off. Like there needs to be like a kick off, and then he starts sprinting. And then also when I sprint and then I stop, there needs to be an animation of him like sliding to a stop or something. So I think that's the first thing I want to do. And then the next, after that, I want to do when you're sprinting and then you change direction like this. There needs to be an animation of you changing direction. And of course, I don't need to do this. You know, this isn't necessary. It's just, hey, I want to learn how to do it. So that's what I'm going to do. But I think the easiest ones at the start will be the starting and stopping. I clicked it by accident a couple of times, that's how I knew. So let's, so I've got my rabbit, my hare. And I can't pan for some reason. I hate this. It's decided that I can't pan. I'm gonna pan in this view. Sometimes it just decides that, hey, I'm not gonna let you pan. I don't understand the controls. Alright, we need to do a tutorial on the camera controls because this is frustrating me. And it's something that, you know, I should know. I should just learn instead of trying to like work it out. Camera controls. Tutorial. Not the camera. Just like how to set up a current view. How to switch between multiple characters. How to orbit the character around an object. Camera tricks, tips and tricks. It's not what I want. Is there an option here that I'm local camera? Lock to 3D cursor. Oh, that fixed it. So weird. You've got to like reset it every now and then. Oh no, this doesn't work anymore. It's like zooming in and then it's refusing to zoom in anymore. Do you know what I mean? Look, 3D cursor. Camera to view. Focal length. Interesting. Clip start. Oh, interesting. Clip end. Render region. Lock to object. Body. Well, now I can move it around. Yeah, interesting. And now I can move it in and out. Interesting. Well, but now I'm zooming in on that. Whatever, it doesn't matter too much, I suppose. It's just annoying. Just annoying. Okay, let's make an animation, and this will be running, right? So this is my running animation. And what I need is, well, there's some weirdness there. I need an animation that will end with this frame. Shift B, drag a smaller box to fix it. Shift B. Oh, you did it! Oh, mate, thank you. Oh, that's awesome. What is Shift B doing? Oh, that's great. Thank you so much, mate. I really appreciate that. Right, I'm procrastinating now. Copy this. Well, actually, just make another one. Call it, start running. Delete all of these. It will end on frame, like, it'll be really short animation. It'll be 7 frames. And hello, Bogan. It sets the camera relative to the new size of your box, so it will zoom correct to skyscrapers or butterfly. Interesting. That's awesome. So that's what we want to end at, this animation here. But we need to kick off, and we need to start. We're going to assume that we're going to start at the standing idle, I think. Yeah. This is also kind of fucked. Weird. So we're going to copy this pose. I'm going to go to the start running. Go here. I'm going to press paste pose. Okay. And then in between here, he's going to kick off. Or should he kick off pretty much immediately? I'm not sure. You can also do Shift F if it's enabled, so you can fly around your scene like a game with WASD. Shift F. Oh. Oh. No, I don't want to mess with that. I fixed it. I don't want to mess with that. I don't know what I just did. I think I'm okay. Let's start by... He needs to kick off quite violently, right? Actually, let's watch a video first. Let's watch a video of a hare running. That's more of a jog. That's more of a jog. You have luck in your keybinds. Just search fly. It's useful for bigger scenes. I think I'm okay at the moment. I'm happy just you managed to fix it for me, which is the main thing. I appreciate that. Hair running. Actually, when they run, they keep their head up quite a lot more. Than what I've got here. Oh no, I do. Well, mine goes up and down quite a bit, but interesting. Okay, I'll worry about that later. See if I can find any sort of hair running. Starting to run. I don't know. I can't really find a good reference. Are we going from like standing still to like full sprint? So I think I'm gonna just guess. I'm just gonna guess. Maybe even more violently. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. A video of scaring a hare. Scaring a hare. Startling a hare.
Look how smart this hare is. He knows exactly what the dog is tracking him by scent. So he walks back a little bit in his own footsteps and
I hate AI. Scared. Startled. Oh. This hair is so much cuter than mine. Mine is kind of like... Mine is like huge. Nope. No, it's just hopping away. The dramatic music. Nice. This is pretty good, right? But he's going in a different direction. And this might actually be useful for change direction. Right? This might be useful for change direction. As a reference. That's awesome. I think we need a frame. I think it's going to have to be a bit longer. Because I'm going to need like the frame of build-up. Do you know what I mean? Like you're here. Delete that. Oh, I fucked up. Well, what's this? Okay. Yeah, that's weird. I must have fucked something up. Ah. And then, so in between here somewhere, I need that build up, right? What's that video again? See how he's starting to stick his butt out? Like that. And he's flat, his feet are flat. That's like him in springing. He's about to spring. That's what I need. Okay, I think that's not that bad, right? I hope so. I think maybe a little bit of head movement, right? And of course, this has got to be sped up. Hello, I got some games. Hello, mate. I hear you're doing really well with wish lists on your game. That's awesome. That's awesome, mate. I'm happy. Now, I went the release. Yeah, I double up to the wish list by like 2.5 times. That's awesome. That's great. I'm trying to not think about the release because I will go insane. For the same reason I don't look at wish lists or whatever. So let's start. So let's now do stop running. What will this animation look like? I think it just has to be blended. And it just has to be blended. I don't think you like blended in the code. How do you do it? Well, you did show me a Discord that you're meant to do. How to market a game. You're meant to look at this Discord. Let me copy it. And this will help you or something. I'm not even going to talk about it. I could talk about it. But I do regret not having a hard mode now. I regret not having a hard mode. I could always add it in. I think that would have helped. Like, hey, you choose at the beginning normal difficulty, hard difficulty, and I just make hard ridiculous. Like, I make hard the way I kind of want to do it. Like, pretty soon. I make hard as it was in the beta. And that is like every single fight you do is like my sort of difficulty. Like the difficulty that I'm enjoying. Like every single fight is a fucking nail biter. Got into a festival right with next fest, so I think that boosted visibility. Sounds like I'll be hate fueled again. But the thing is, I'd much rather just make Grand Fantasy Heroes 2 and make it in 3D. Because like SpecNet says, you know, imagine that I could do all of those animations. So it's difficult to, like, where do I put my time? They want to, yeah. Yeah. It's all about the time. So I think that stop running is going to be a new animation. Stop running. The objective of stop running is to get to this position here. Right? So over the course of whatever, 7 seconds. Might just only need to increase the fight at the start. Buying a game recently called Legends of Isenwald. Let's have a look. Oh my god. Just the screenshot. Yeah. Oh my god. It's either Steam or it's my internet. I'm not sure, huh? Yes, yeah, not like this, yeah. I'm not, again though, I wouldn't do this. The wall of text is something that I wouldn't do. That always puts you off, like, you're trying to read a story and there's a wall of text and now suddenly it's like effort to do that. But if you just split it up into little bits, then I think people are more likely to read it. Oh yeah, this is exactly the sort of thing. Oh my god, this is perfect, isn't it? Oh, this is great. Obviously not turn-based. I don't really enjoy turn-based games, so I mean they're okay, but oh, I love it. It's actually a really cool game. I'm definitely gonna actually consider playing this for sure. That's really cool. That's my sort of game for sure. I think if there was a scrolling animation of the map, like the final Demon King Tower, and zooms all the way out with your Joyous Guard. It gives people an expectation of how far you have to go. They won't expect it to be hard at the very start. I think the game is in like 3 areas. Yeah. Yeah. And hello, Wimpu. Hello, my friend. Everyone knows Wing P. I prefer wall of text, really. Depends really, but in general, interesting. Wing P knows about the animating, like Blender and stuff, right? As well. I'm currently like making a 3D game, like practicing doing 3D, so I can build up for Grand Fantasy Heroes 2 or something like that. I'm trying to animate this this hair. Oh, you haven't done animation in Blender? Oh. Well, once you get hang of it, I think it's pretty. I would say it's pretty easy. Once you've got the rig set up, you just move these like nodes around. It's not too bad. But I need to think like see if I can find a reference of a hair stopping. What's that video I was watching yesterday? My hair isn't this cute at all. But maybe once I get the fur on it, it will be cute. And we've got to animate the face as well. My hair is kind of scary. It's kind of scary. Oh, this one. This is a good one because they're doing all sorts of things. I think he changes direction here. Yeah. See that? Something I should maybe consider doing this animation. The 90-degree turn animation. Because they obviously do that in real life. Yeah, I gotta consider it, definitely. This gives me an idea of what to do, though. Definitely, like, this is all the way forward, right? Like, all the way forward, like, ridiculously forward. And the front feet are forward as well. Well, let's put the music back. Mass Effect. And then probably bring this down. Bring this in. Or out. Quickly. Because I obviously I saw your video and you were like redoing it from the start. I hope you didn't have to do too much. That's awesome text. I like this font. Did you make that font? Submit a bug. That's cool. That's really nice. How hard is it to like tween stuff? Do you know what I mean? Like lerping it. It might be a good idea, but it's up to you, obviously. Do you know what I'm talking about, Deformed? In Unreal speak? Tweening or lerping? Animation for widgets. Alright, oh, you know. It's not hard. Yeah. I think a little bit of lerping it could look really good. Haven't tried it. Yeah, but you got the basics in there. You got everything you need in there. Getting menus to work with controllers is tough. I'm about to throw my PC out the window. Does your game work with a controller at the moment? Oh, it does. The death. Did it work? Oh, I'm pressing things. It's not really working, is it? Let's see if we can get into the game and see if it works. I skip the beautiful. Well, actually, we won't skip the beautiful animations because they're so beautiful and really impressive. And all of this is Blender. No aiming slowdown. Oh. Dead up. Oh, you can sort of work. It does work. I can jump. How do I sprint? Oh, I zoom in with left control. Something. Oh, I see. I can zoom in, jump. Oh, slide with B. Ah, sprint is like you click on the button and it sprints. I pressed Y and I picked up the flashlight. Oh, I pressed that button and I got the flashlight to come up. Yeah. And what was sprint? This? Wait, am I cheating right now? Because shouldn't I have a stamina bar? Or not? Why? Oh, it's this way. This actually feels really good with the controller. I don't know what dodge is. It's this one, right? Oh! Wait, is that new? Stamina got removed. Oh, did it? I haven't played this in a while, I guess. It is No, it's this way. Oh, it's wrong. I pressed the wrong button. Need a key. Really? I guess I went the wrong way. Oh, there's the key. I feel like there's been a few changes. Oh, there's the sound of the monster. Oh, does this not work? Let's see if I can kill the monster. Okay. Oh, Jay, have you seen Blood Thief? I haven't. Is that a similar game, like a horror game? I had to manually add a separate interaction action for every object to work with the controller. That sounds awful. It works perfect now, but not the version you're playing. I think she just kills you, right? If you do. I've never tried. Let me just try. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. Alright, how do I fire? How do I fire? Oh, here we go. Hell yeah. Search. Why? Okay. Now. Okay. There it is. Oh, this game still scares me. Classic. Did it save that I killed Della? I think it did. Oh, that's auto now, which is huge, right? That's huge. Nice quality of life. It's all about using these tripwires. Hiccup in Torfin? I don't think I've seen that before. I think that might be new. Oh, well, there you go. Hell yeah. Consume. Okay, I won't keep on playing. I got work to do. That's all. It does work with the controller though. It's actually really good. It's actually really good with the controller. Actually felt kind of easier. Tell me you are an FPS amateur without telling me you're an FPS amateur. How do I fire? Reload doubtful. Yeah. Anyway, what was I doing before then? I'm doing like a stopping running animation. I think that he should sort of be like this. Like super exaggerated. Oh, let's make sure the that's a fun game. Such a fun game. Because I'm missing some of the endings as well. I didn't do all of them, I don't think. Yeah. Straighten that up. And then so he's like this for copy. Oh wait. Copy. Paste. Okay. Like he's sort of sliding. If I'm walking, right? And then I go like this, right? So he sort of needs to like come forward a lot. So it's like that. Like he's coming to a stop, and then there's like a jerk reaction. So like even more than that. And then yeah. Oops, I scaled that up. And I think I'm going to try to get that to go on for a bit longer. Then I guess I'm going to have to animate a little bit. Like, how is he's teleporting back at the moment, but he shouldn't just teleport back. He should actually step back. Actually, if he's gonna step back, then I might need to do like this. And now, now the animation's getting really complicated and long, and I'm not sure this is a good idea, but I'm just learning. I'm learning what to do. So at 12 frames. Should copy this. Yeah. Bring this back up. Bring this back up. Make sure to rotate only on X. That's a lot better, but I don't know what's happened here. Strange. Not sure why this animation exists. Why does this one exist at the end? Just gonna delete that. Actually, copy this, put it over there. So all of this he skids for 5 frames, and all of this happens super fast. Well, yeah, maybe. It's super long. That's the only thing I worry about is it's how long it is. Right, it's 14. But we'll see. I'll see. I'm just going to try to implement these two animations first before trying anything else. Just see what it looks like. So let's export. Oh, body action can be deleted. Oops. God damn it. And that makes more things I've got to delete. Delete that. Body action. Delete that. Okay. Export. Visible only. Set all animations to 0. Negative frame. Negative frames are slid or cropped. That's fine. Limit to playback range. Clips animations to selected playback range. Use current range. Animation mode. Actions. Active actions merge. Broadcast actions. I don't know what any of that means. Armature export. All armature. Actions. Warning does not support export multiple armatures. Reset pose bones between actions. Okay. That seems good. Reset shame. Optimize animations. Force keeping channels. I don't know what this means. Force keeping channels of bones. If all keyframes are identical in the rig. Force keeping the minimal animation. When off, all possible channels. Don't know. Extra animations, action filter. I think we're good. So can I remember how to do this? Because what I'm doing is I need to import those animations, right? But I don't necessarily need everything. I just need I think I should be saving the animations. I'm so used to pressing Control Z now that I'm pressing Control Z when I'm like in my browser. But it doesn't work. Okay. Or in Windows. I'm trying to Control Z in Windows Explorer. It should Control Z. Maybe Windows 11 does Control Z. I don't know about it. Oh, we're going to import the scene. Here's the animation, FPS, trimming, import rest as resource, remove immutable tracks, trimming, import script, naming version, GODOT 4.2 or later, extract textures. Okay. we're gonna, so we have start running and stop running. I'm gonna start saving these animations. Alert. Idle. Pretty sure you have to press this button. Slices. Do we know what that means? Nope. Really helpful, GODOT. You don't need to import default, that's fine. Save to file. Falling. Jump anticipation. And I'm not super happy with the jump anticipation animation. I'll probably change that. And I think it needs to be more like intense. More scrunched up. And of course, I need to do a bunch of work on it. On the animations, like moving the ears and the head and like having it twitch and stuff. I'm just trying to get it working at the moment. Running. Stop running. And walking. Okay. Now I should have these animations in here. You have something for me, Bogan? My Discord. Here's my Discord channel. Oh no, oh, sorry I missed your message. Primitive. Oh no. Oh no, it's seen. I'm sorry, don't worry. Oh, Bogan, hello. Hey, Jones, I got ZBrush. It's a crack. Oh, or maybe I shouldn't have said that. I should have read this out. I'm sorry, I apologize. A ZBrush. ZBrush. What's ZBrush? Let's have a look. I should have said that. ZBrush. Probably be good because you're doing modeling. Yeah. Is this for texturing? Because texturing is something, right? Because at the moment, when I texture something, you know, it's super limiting. Well, I can't even, but you've only got these like tools down here and it feels really limiting. If I could have a different program for texturing, I think that would probably be the best. Well, it's a really good modeling program. I think I'm okay with Blender. I don't want to try to learn a different program. When I just learned Blender, I don't want to ZBrush how you make it look realist. Industry standard for sculpting. And hello, Triple Jump Games. I appreciate the raid, mate. Thanks for always raiding me. I hope your game's going well. Let me know if you have any Substance Painter for textures. Oh. Hello, Triple Jump Games. It's going good, mate. So ZBrush is the sculpting. I think I'm okay with Blender. I'm comfortable with blending, but Substance 3D Painter. Oh God, sorry.
The 3D view showcases such as Maya or Blend. Properties panel allows you to make adjustments to parameters, such as change approach to learning the tool.
Does this give you a texture or something at the end? Can you paint stuff on? Texture map and paint on, and you paint onto the model. That would be awesome, yeah. It's Adobe though? Oh mate, I'm not sure. It needs to be open source really, doesn't it? Some abandoned Blender. I need to be able to do fur. Do you know what I mean? I need to be able to do fur, and I need to be able to do like normal maps and specular maps for the fur. I'll probably just look up some videos eventually when I get to it. Alright. What was I doing? So once I'm buy, I don't want to buy anything, you know. I'm not, I'd rather do it the hard way. Oh, I need to make sure I've got my animations. Right, so I need to manage my animations. New imports. Load from file. Start running. Stop running. Hey, it worked. Stop running. Awesome. Well, I don't know yet, but I don't know. Substance Painter. Is that free? Substance Painter. Well, that's also Adobe. There's an old... Oh, Armor Paint. Armor Paint. 3D texture painting. Oh, this is also paid for. You're gonna have to pay for stuff, I guess. Eventually. There must be a like an open source free thing. I'm sure there is. Text to paint in Blender. Yeah, that's probably what I'll end up doing. But I'm not sure how I would go about doing the fur. I have to work it out. Cracked. Well, I'll think about it. People obviously do it. Like, they make fur. So there must be a way to do it. I'll have to look it up, watch some videos about it. Oh, you can compile and paint for free. Really? Oh, that's awesome. Like Asprite. Well, there you go. There you go. Alright, so we got these new animations. I got this animation for when I stop running. And this animation for when I start running. It might be super easy. Who knows? Let's find out. So we're sprinting from idle, right? Add animation, start running. This is where your state machine gets super, super complicated. I did have two different state machines, right? I had the state machine here. I can get rid of this now. But I was trying to do a state machine for locomotion and then a state machine for the idle. But in the end, I think it's going to be simpler. Yeah, I can get rid of all this now. It might fuck some stuff up though. I'll leave it for now. I will actually rename this to start running. Then this will be enabled instant, and probably I don't want any fade time. Same here, I don't want any fade time. Switch at end, but automatic. Yeah. You never know, it might just work. I think it did work. You can't tell because this is actually a blend shape. So if I put that there. So I could have it like a slower run and stuff if I go, but if I put that at 1. Okay. It's not too bad. We'll see what it looks like. See what it looks like. I hope it looks good. I hope it looks okay. And then when you stop sprinting, so when you go from sprinting to idle, there needs to be, what is this? This is auto idle. You need stop running. We'll just call this stop running. Auto and idle. So this is at end, just switch. And this one is switch immediate auto if you meet the condition of idle. Which I won't be able to test. Oh. Okay. I didn't notice anything. God damn it. Hmm. So I think I fucked something up. Yeah. I think he's going to walking first. He's not. I think he's always walking. Well. Let's add more animations in. Then this gets really complicated, right? Oh no. So I probably want to rename that start running to stop running 2. And let's try to move these so it's a little bit clearer what's going on. And this is why I wanted maybe multiple state machines. Immediate auto walking, immediate auto sprinting. Okay. Where's Nujank when you need him? He would know what to do. Should I summon him? Immediate auto sprinting. Immediate at end auto. Immediate auto walking. Immediate at end. And we probably want sprinting to stop running. We might want to blend here. But a lot of it, the whole point is to replace the blending with these animations, right? So I kind of don't want a blend. Maybe a small one to start running. All right, Dark Void, thanks for hanging out. And congratulations again on your game jam. That's awesome, mate. I'm so happy for you. Let's see what happens. Oh, there it is. Oh, something, at least something happened. Okay, something happened. It was weird, but something happened. Okay. So I gotta think about this. So this is, I've got to be a lot more intelligent about how I do this. He needs to slide, right? I almost need physics. I need to have physics. Let me think. So kicks off, but the kicking off doesn't look very good. It's too fast, right? Too fast. Did I put a fade in here? Take the fade off. Yeah, it's too fast. I can definitely slow it down if I want to. So, custom timeline. Yeah, I'm gonna stretch it, and at the moment, start running is 0.5 seconds long. If I stretch it out to 1 second, that should be good. Just do this one as well. Maybe I'll do the same thing here. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better. Oh, oops. I should make the world a bit bigger. Maybe I should make it a different color as well. Let's start to imagine, because I want it to be grass, right? It's floating islands. I want floating islands. And I haven't decided how I'm going to do that yet. Am I going to make a... Am I going to make like a tile set like I did with this tutorial? I think it might be good to do a tile set. It was Spawn CD platformer tutorial. Or was it Bramwell platformer tutorial? Don't know. This one, yeah. Yeah, on this one, I like he taught me how to make a tile set, and this might be a good way to do it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. No, I died. Let's color this because I'm tired of being blinded. How do I color it? material. New standard material. Albedo. Albedo Zen. Green. Copy this. Actually, maybe these ones can be a different color. Darker. Yeah, brownish. I didn't save. Okay, now I'm not being blinded. And it doesn't look that bad when he stops. But I'm gonna need a little bit of physics on the... The starting animation there isn't the greatest. Let's try just speeding up the starting animation a tiny bit. Well, all that matters, I can like mess with the actual animation later. All that really matters is it's working. Well, it's not completely working. There's some weird bugs. There's a bit of weirdness there. That was kind of weird. Not that bad. I expect it. Yeah, I've probably got to go pretty soon as well. Although, I don't have that much to do today. I think I'm pretty happy. The next thing I should learn, how to do the changing of directions. So there should be, when I do this, there should be a bit of an animation, which there already sort of is, because... Interesting. He kind of does this a lot. This is a problem. Yeah, that's a problem. So there needs to be if conditions. I need to code that in. Unfortunately, I can't just rely on the animation tree. Yeah. And also there's a problem with the time scale. Maybe. Not getting roofs out. That's an easy fix, actually. Make sure when you go into idle state, you set the time scale back to 1. That should be fine. So what's the problem at the moment? This. That's the real problem. Hmm. Hmm. Also, am I increasing my velocity when I just hold it down? So I need this buddy in here. See, that's wrong. Try this. Okay, yeah. Perfect. That's way better. Oh, it even solves some of this problem a little bit. Well. I always think that the starting animation is unnecessary. It's not really helpful, is it? Mate, this is hard. No, it's like... Oh, because sometimes I'm switching between A and D. And then... Mate, this shit is not simple. I'm switching between A and D, and for the moment between A and D, it thinks that I stopped. Oh my god. Hmm. It would be so much easier to not do any of this. It would be so much easier not to do any of this. I'm very tempted to not bother. Sky Curlier, hello. Hello, my friend. How's your game going? Congrats on your release. Thanks, man. You probably know all about this sort of animation stuff. I think it's literally just a logic puzzle. I've got to work it out. It's just something like I need to take in the velocity and only play the animations at certain velocities. The thing is, that looks good, right? But then we have this problem. And also... Don't know how the animator works in Godot. Yeah. If I stare at the animation tree, I might be able to work it out. Like, I probably don't want these. Ideally. It's only really when you only want the hard stop. Is when we do this. But unfortunately, I think you can't transition. I'm gonna get rid of these here. Go back to just this. Walking. Sprinting. Is it running and sprinting? Yeah. Maybe I make this auto. Maybe. Auto sprinting. Okay, that worked. but it will only play if I'm absolutely perfect on stopping my sprint. There's no like headroom. And you can't go from standing to sprinting, apparently. Travel walking. I guess I can add the Boolean in here. I can be like, if sprinting was true. Travel to sprinting. Else. You never know. It might work. No. I almost don't need it though. The starting animation. It's a bit of a shame though, since I didn't make it. And I've got to learn how to do it. I've got to learn how to do it. I can't just not do it. The whole point of this platform is I learn how to do all the animation transitions, right? That's the whole point. I can't just give up. Interesting. So you could use whatever is making me do this. Oh wait, it's not consistent. Oh, it's to do with my lifting up. Damn. Where's Nuke Tank when you need him? I'll be right back. Just gonna take a short break. What would it look like if I did this? Do I do that? And then do this? Hmm. Ugh. Hello, Bumblebite. And hello, Dino Cryot. How you doing, mate? Oh. I'm feeling good today. I think your ambient is too light. It must be more dark and bloody. It's obviously going to be a horror game. Is that a hint towards your game jam? To make some sort of horror game? I don't think I have that in me, to be honest. I'm not a horror game sort of person. I played too many games to know that this hair is definitely a dangerous monster. He's not very cute, is he? That's true. Listen, I'm gonna have to watch a video about this or something. I'm sure there is a tutorial about how to do these sort of more complex animations. But I think for the time being, yeah. I'm gonna worry about it later and try to do something else. This is a bit beyond me. This is beyond my current level, my game level. Although now I really want to solve the problem. He feels skinny, reminds me of monsters from Dead Space. I mean, without the like stopping and starting animations, it feels fine. You know, it doesn't necessarily need them, but I do want to like do something when you're like doing this. This should be impossible, right? I don't know. He should like do a little animation when you're doing this. This is where it should like force you to stop or something. When you bump into a wall, it should force you to stop. Maybe. I'm not sure. See, that's going to be fun. Already, that's kind of fun. Right? Or maybe I don't need more gameplay than this. You know? See those skyscrapers in the background? Those are 100+ stories high. This hair is bigger than a tank. Alright, okay. Listen, I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna call the player controller done for now because I don't think I'm gonna need some help to do these really complex animations. I think I'm gonna need help. So I'm gonna clean up this. I'm gonna clean all this up and move on with my life. I think I'm just gonna get rid of all the prints. I think I'm pretty happy with the character controller. Right. I'm pretty happy with it. It's just I don't have those animations that in between that I really wanted to try and do, where like he stops and it plays a little bit of animation, or he starts to run and it plays like a kicking animation. But I haven't been able to work it out, unfortunately. I might want to put something here, so I'll just pass. I will get rid of the prints, so I can work on something else. Okay. Add grass, moon, and shadows. Hide all the awkwardness. Survival horror game. Well, you know, I have thought about adding a fox, definitely. Adding a fox to the game, maybe a wolf or a bear, and they ambush you and things like that. But we'll see. It depends how much I want to take this this little game. How much effort I want to put into it. I think it would be really fun to have an enemy, because that would be good practice as well to code an enemy into the game. It'd be really good practice. I'm doing that thing where I'm just playing the game and not actually doing any work on it. So what would be the next thing to do? Blue moon, you ambush them. I don't really have a plan now after doing the animations. These are the animations I wanted to do, but I've sort of failed. So I'm actually gonna, because I failed, I'm gonna put these into optional. Nice. And now I don't have to do them. We can make the tortoise. I kind of want to add the grass, like you say. I want to try to do the grass. I did see a tutorial. I haven't watched it yet. I don't know whether I should watch it on stream though. On how to do grass. There's like a shader or something. GODOT 3D grass shader. Here it is. Oh, it looks like I watched some of it already.
Grass can be one of the harder things to get right when making a game, and there's nothing worse than just throwing down a flat, grass.
A garden of cabbages, that'd be cool.
But you don't have to be lazy, because it doesn't need to be hard, and I'm going to show you how. If you're not working with your own grass mesh, you can watch part 1 to learn how to create your own, or just download the source files on my website. Importing in GODOT is as simple.
Okay. I will take your grass. Sure. I'll take your grass. Download the shader. Download the grass mesh. Okay. Let's do it. Okay. I imagine at some point I should learn how to make my own grass. I will actually save that video as well. I'll make a folder called like vegetation or something. Here's a grass. Stylized grass meshes. Okay. Abeshesk bed. Hello. They use Pokemon as a reference to bad grass. And Bread Brother, hello. Good day, mate, as they say in Australia.
As placing the files into your project folder. We're working with the GLB file here. To use it for our grass, we need to extract the mesh resource file. Go to Advanced Import, click on the mesh, and then set Save to File as True, and select the location to save to, and then re-import. This places the mesh resource into our file system, so we can use it outside of the imported file. Now to spawn our grass, we're going to be using a multi-mesh 3D node. This is a more optimized way to render thousands of the same mesh instead of using the mesh instance 3D node. But first we need a mesh to use as a base. Let's add a mesh instance 3D node with a plane mesh and set that to a size of 10 meter by 10 meters. Next, add our multi-mesh 3D node into the scene, making sure it's not a child of the plane mesh we just added. Our node needs a new multi-mesh resource which will contain our grass. Now in a game setting, you would likely spawn the grass manually with a script or landscape system, but for now, we'll use the populate surface option in the multi-mesh menu in the toolbar. This tool allows us to select a target surface for our multi-mesh, the mesh we want to populate with, as well as some randomization options.
Good day, mate.
We'll set the target surface.
Grass is all about optimization. Yeah.
512 meshes with the following randomization settings. Since we're using our mesh setting here, we can delete the 2 dots in the source mesh field. Hitting populate gives us this. Let's double click our grass resource and adjust our surface settings there so we can make our new shader the default for our resource. Next, go to the surface, create a new shader material, and then a new shader creatively named grass. Before we start coding our shader, let's make another graphical change and turn off shadows on the multi-mesh. Enabling shadows can drag performance, and most stylized grass will have shadows off. Next, open up our new grass shader and add the following variables at the top. Color in Color 2 will create our grass color gradient. Noise will be used to generate random color variations in the grass, and noise scale allows us to adjust the size of our noise texture. And finally, world position will hold the world position of our grass vertices, which will be used to project the noise texture onto our grass. To get our vertices, we need to add a vertex function. Within that function, paste this line, which transforms the vertex position from a local space to world space.
Who knows how that works?
Add this variable that will
Beyond
sample
me.
from our noise texture using the world position of each vertex, divided by our noise scale.
When it comes to shaders, I just copy and paste.
Set our albedo to equal a lerp.
They're too
between our
complicated
two
for me.
colors, using the Y value of our UV. Because our blades of grass are scaled to fit the UV map, and therefore the range of values between 0 and 1, the lerp will create a gradient of our two colors over the length of our blades,
That's cool.
resulting in this effect when we select our colors in the shader parameters. Before we add our noise overlay, we have one problem to fix with the mesh. The blades disappear when viewed from behind. This is because of something called back face culling. This can be disabled by adding this line near the top of our shader. And now our entire mesh is visible. Unfortunately, this creates a new problem with our normals, which affect the lighting of our mesh. The back of our mesh has the normals pointing the same way as the front, which gives us this two-tone shadow look. What we need is the back face normals to face the opposite way. This can be fixed by adding this code into the fragment shader, which states that if the pixel is not front-facing, set the normal value to its opposite, resulting in this. Finally, let's create our noise texture in the shader parameters, and then adjust our albedo code to add our noise. Then make some final color adjustments by creating a standard material for our plane, and fine-tuning our two grass colors to match. And with our color set, we can bump our mesh number even higher to get
Can I
the
alpha
full
that?
effect.
I'd rather probably alpha that. I don't know.
You can use different grass meshes, different noise settings, or different
Oh,
colors.
that grass mesh
depending
looks
on
a
your
lot better.
project needs. Now in the next video, we're going to be adding some wind to the grass to give it some life. Hey, if you made it this far, go ahead.
Wind, ooh. Okay, let's do this. So, looking at our world. This is my world at the moment. Very boring. Let's try to add some grass. So I'm gonna add in vegetation, grass mesh. Hang on. Grass 1 and grass 2. Nice. Can't look at it, right? I can look at it. So this is an even simpler grass. I'll go for the normal grass for now that he was using, I think. Actually, I'll put both in. Why not? I'll use both. Grass 1 and grass 2. Then he went here. No. Yeah, he went here. Save to file. Grass mesh, I guess. Grass 2 mesh. Fair enough, with the normals fixed, but does back face culling actually render back, but with inverted normals? In Unity they don't. I don't know, you're asking the wrong person. I don't know. Next, what he did was he added a node free. Now, well, I'm not sure. I'm just going to follow that video. But can I just, like, ideally, like he says, I'd have some sort of brush and I could brush on the, but I think that would take a lot. I'd brush on, to be able to brush on the grass. We'll just copy the tutorial for now. Let me open it up. Oh, I closed it? Did I? It was a Node 2D with a normal mesh and a multi-mesh. So what did he name that? Nothing. I'm going to call this grass plane or something. Then I'm going to put in a mesh instance and a multi-mesh instance. Plane. Should I name that? Grass multi. I think this was just to have a backdrop. I don't think you need the plane. I'm not sure. Do I drag it in? Okay.
A multi-mesh 3D node of the same mesh instead of using the mesh instance 3D node. But first we need a mesh to use as a base. Let's add a mesh instance 3D node with a plane mesh and set that to a size of 10 meter by 10 meter.
Disables curl and inverts to normal. Makes now the triangles are facing away from the camera. You know what you're saying.
Next, add our multi-mesh 3D node into the scene, making sure it's not a child of the plane mesh we just added. Our node needs a new multi-mesh resource which will contain our grass. Now in a game setting you would likely spawn the grass manually with a script or landscape system, but for now we'll use the populate surface option in the multi-mesh menu in the toolbar.
Populate multi-mesh.
This tool allows us to select a target surface for our multi-mesh, the mesh we want to populate with, as well as some randomization options. We'll set the target surface to our plane and spawn 512 meshes with the following randomization settings. Since we're using our mesh setting here, we can delete the 2 dots in the source mesh field.
Just call this grass. Random rotation, random tilt, random scale. Scale is 0.75. The amount is 512. Oh, it worked! It worked! Oh my god. I got some grass. Holy shit. Okay. The next thing was to add in the shader. I can't remember how he did that. Let's ship it.
Hitting populate gives us this. Let's double click our grass resource and adjust our surface settings there so we can make
So you're doing it on the grass, which, yeah, okay. And then I guess you can override it if you need to. Because what if you want to have like different colored grass? I guess you can override it probably.
Make our new shader the default for our resource. Next, go to the surface, create a new shader material.
Okay. So we're going to the grass mesh, surface, new shader material, new shader, world, grass, shader. This is the sort of coding shaders like this. I'm comfortable with that, but you can do visual shading. I don't know how to do that. You can. I've seen it before. There is a visual shader. You could send a source and blend the color. I'm not sure. Let's just copy his code. Wow. Okay. Okay. Nothing's happening. Oh, I need the noise. Probably. It doesn't really matter. I'll just choose one. Green. Now, if you look at grass in real life, actually, if you look at grass at real life, it's actually really low. It's bright at the bottom and dark at the top. Right? It's not bad. Now what?
And then a new shader creatively named grass.
Oh, and then he changed the color of this, I guess. With this. Okay. But ideally, I mean, okay, this is fine. Let's just look at it, I guess. But ideally, we want to be able to, like, put it on all of this. Right? And there must be a way to do that. Static objects. Oh, it exists. It does exist. I can put it on top of here. Nice. It's really big there. I have that problem again where I can't zoom in. How did I solve this last time? I don't know. I don't know. Let's just look at it. I think it is too big. Cool. I mean, ideally, it would like move. You would move through the grass and it would move. And like, yeah, like he says, there would be wind and all sorts of stuff. That'd be awesome. So, what happens if I take this, right? This multi-mesh, this CSG box. Can I add a multi-mesh to this? Right? Am I allowed to do this? Oh, you know what I should have done? Save this multi-mesh. Wait, did it work? So it won't work with a CSG box, which is reasonable, right? I like CSG boxes, but I guess they're mainly intended for just like throwing something together. Wish this camera would fix itself. Pretty annoying. I can use the right click thing. I guess that's like that'll be okay. Okay. If I make a plane. Probably make it transparent. Transparency. Yeah. There you go. My CSG box is make that a nice number. 100 by 100. I'm just experimenting at the moment. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. Then I am going to interesting, it does the lighting. Interesting. Transform position. So that should put it, you know, that'll put it on top, yeah. Okay. And then populate surface, multi-mesh 3D, source mesh, random rotation, random tilt, random scale. Is that 0.2? And then obviously it was way too big for me. So probably like 0.5. The amount. But it worked. You're obviously going to need more. Times. Well, even that's not enough. And now I'm starting to worry about performance, but who knows? It might be fine. Times 10. There might be an upper limit. There is an upper limit. Times 2. Oh, that's the upper limit. That was the upper limit there. I'm also not hugely a fan of this. Let's try grass 2 mesh. I need to add the shader to it, I suppose. Right. Know how you could get around that? You make the mesh bigger, right? So there is an upper limit to how many grasses you can have on one multi-mesh. I wonder if the performance is going to tank. I should probably add a FPS counter so we can find out. Actually, just go to grass mesh. Copy this value, go to grass mesh 2, paste this value here. That's super bright. Yeah, I think you could solve that problem by just going to the actual mesh and then making it bigger. Oh, now we've got some context on that, like how fast he's going. Now you can actually see how fast the rabbit's going. Oh, he doesn't sort of retain his speed when he jumps. He needs to retain his speed when he jumps. Doesn't he? This is why I need a physics system. Yeah, that sucks. Obviously I can get around the problem as well by having multiple meshes. Let's do that. So instead of doing that, you do 25 by 25, split it up. And now I actually need to see it. Well, that's not big enough. What would the mathematical thing be? Maybe something like minus 25, minus 25, and then 0, 1. Okay. Minus 0.5 maybe. So yeah, that's probably fine. And then grass quarter mesh 1. Grass quarter multi-mesh 1. Transparency on. That can probably go back down. 512 times 100. Even that's not very populated. It's definitely a limit, isn't there? Well, actually, I have a lot of scaled down ones. .05. Oh. What was the max? Let's go to the max. Random term. Try a little bit bigger. Okay. Let's do that. Then I should just be able to copy paste. Hopefully. Actually, you could thicken it up by doing this as well. $50 0. Five. Spawn dynamically around the cat. Yeah, it's lagging now. It's lagging. Oh no. Is it actually lagging? It is. Oh no. Time to actually make some UI or something. Canvas. There. Label. World UI. Not that I'm planning on having any UI for this game, but just for the sake of testing, I have to have the FPS label. How you doing, okay, dog? World UI. Yeah, that's fine. I can go there. That's name. World UI. Function process. Yes, label dot text equals. I think it's engine gets frames per second. Make it change texture position when you move, so it looks like there's a lot going on. Daughter's already caught an intense cold from her first 3 days of kindergarten. Ameripon has that problem where his kid keeps on getting sick at school, and then it makes him sick as well. Well, I hope she gets better. Oh no, it's 40 FPS. Look at that. That's awful. Oh no, it's going up to 60 now. Wait, what? It depends where I look. Oh no. I suppose I need an LOD or something, or... And also, I've got a good computer, right? So... yeah. So it's probably even worse. It's just life. Kindergarten is had us a zone. Don't enter without gloves. It looks good though. I like this grass. I just yeah, the performance is terrible. Also, the jumping situation has to change, right? When I jump, my velocity is getting reset or something. Let's try to fix that real quick. Speed. Why would my speed be getting changed? When I jump. Are we going to sprinting false? Is sprinting false when I jump? He's on floor. He's on floor. And if is on floor equal false, just pass. I guess, right? There we go. Now we retain our speed when we jump. But I shouldn't speed up any further. So if is on floor true, then speed up speed. Oh yeah, that feels good. Hell yeah. Now we just gotta worry about the bloody performance of this grass. There's probably a way better way to do grass, right? There's gotta be a billion different ways to do grass. How much is my GPU blasting right now? Just out of interest. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's no way. Wait, what? Windows Manager is 14%. Brave Browser is using how much for GPU? That's insane. What? From what? From having this video open? Are you kidding me? I have like 3 windows open. Huh. I'm gonna close chat for a minute. Huh. Who knew that Brave was so expensive? Redot isn't even on there. Unless it's running through desktop window manager. Redot engine. Dan Gareth, hello. Hardware acceleration. Hardware acceleration. I'm always nervous about showing anything. Let's have a look. Settings. What can I show here? Is it going to show my passwords and stuff? System. Continue running background apps when Brave is closed. What? Use graphics acceleration when available. Close window when closing last tab. You know what? Don't do that because that's annoying when you do that. Show full screen reminder. Yeah, that's good. Memory saver. Brave saves freeze memory. Okay, that's fine. It's still using 40%. Do I have to save? Launch it again. Okay. Oh, now it's slow though. Now it's slow. It's a lot slower now. Well, it's not that much slower. That's fine. Okay, now I can actually see. Now I can actually see what my GPU is doing. So this is my game I'm working on, Dan. It's a platformer. However, I got terrible FPS. Oh my god, it gets even worse when you jump, you go up high. You can see everything. I really hope that I should probably have some sort of LOD, you know. There should be some sort of LOD and there should be some sort of like object culling or something like that. Yeah, got all the grass. Paint green instead of showing grass at distance. Yeah, definitely. That probably would help a lot. He's probably going to teach us how to do that. I'm just interested in OBS is using 24%. I think it's this. I think this is actually Godot. Yeah, it must be. Oh no, it's 23% now. If I close it. I think it was both things. You know, it was both the window thing and it was also Redot. So it's actually using like 50% of my GPU, and I was getting 40 FPS, which is pretty bad. Okay. So let's watch that video. I've got to go soon, but where was it? Godot, grass, 3D shader. Maybe this guy. This is a long tutorial, but it looks really good.
I'm going to show you how to create this Breath of the Wild styled animated grass shader. So we are going to split this up into 4 steps. In the first one we're going to create the wind shader. This is going to tell us how we should deform our grass mesh at the specific point of space. In the second step we're going to create the grass geometry, just a single blade of grass. And in the third step we will use instancing to actually populate our patch of grass. And then we are going to put it all together.
This is a long
let's
video.
start with the wind
I'm not
shader.
sure.
We're going to need a bit of geometry so we can preview the
That was the whole video there with the other guy. Maybe I should look at the other guy again, because that's the tutorial I was using. Stay at home dev.
This comes from Richard.
Grass. Yeah. No, I think oh, look at this.
This is Spatial Gardener for Godot, a plugin that allows you to paint trees, rocks, props, default Blender monkeys on any 3D surface that you like. Paint dense or paint sparse, upwards or upside down, play it big or play it small, or both at the same time, or you can place them manually if you like. Optimize your scenes with level of detail meshes to simplify the objects far away. Custom Octree implementation together with Godot's native multi-mesh will ensure your scenes won't choke on polygon counts. And don't forget about collision. Every object can spawn a node with custom behavior, physics bodies included. This is Spatial Gardener for Godot, a mesh painter tool I wish I had when developing my own game, before getting sidetracked for almost 4 months developing this custom plugin instead of using something already available and saving myself hundreds of hours. Oh boy. Get it now from GitHub. You can also support me. It helps me make timely updates as well as fresh new projects.
That looks pretty good, yeah. Free plugin. Pretty much everything is free with Godot, right? I don't think you can buy plugins. It's impossible. You have to try it now. Oh, I'm getting into stuff that I'm not comfortable with. Well, that's 3D, isn't it? That's moving into 3D, doing like things I'm not comfortable with. For sure. There's so many choices here to choose from, you know? Millions of Blade isn't good. This is Godot 0.3, but let's watch this.
I don't know about you, but when I saw 2018 Game of the Year, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild...
Yeah, don't be discouraged. Start simple, grass and shader stuff. Could be done later. But it's a journey.
Grass beautifully rendered on a device that fits into my hands.
4.0, there might be.
Mind was, how can that be done in Godot? In this video, I'm going to go over everything you need to know about rendering.
Oh, I hope you're doing well, Bruce Mo.
Godot. The first section goes over some of the techniques that other game engines and Godot uses to render large amounts of grass, and the second part goes over how to use some of the pre-made tools and plugins which you can use for grass in Godot. I even have my friend Nakoto speak about his own techniques and plugin for rendering grass, so stick around for that. Also, this isn't a shader tutorial, but I will link the shaders and tools I use in the description. So, modern computers are great. They can do literally billions of operations per second, but they do have their limitations. For each normal mesh on the screen,
how's your Factorio addiction?
And physics of that object, and then pass that through to the GPU so you can render it to your screen. The process of passing that data from the CPU to the GPU is called a draw call, and they are quite expensive. Luckily, there is a workaround. GPU instancing is when the entire process of instancing, animating, and rendering the grass is done on the GPU with no communication to the CPU. This is super useful for rendering large amounts of the same object, such as grass, as it means there's no bottleneck in the communication between the CPU and GPU, usually just being one draw call for the entire lot. This isn't a perfect solution, however. Since the CPU isn't involved with the instancing of the objects, it basically doesn't exist, at least according to the CPU, meaning things like adding physics, collisions, or other interactions and logic is impossible, mostly. I highly recommend the Grass series by Ace Roller, who goes over the details of GPU instancing, frustum culling, draw distance, and other techniques to render dense fields of grass. Ace Roller does this in Unity, but the concepts are mostly the same and the videos are very entertaining. Anyway, so how can we reduce our draw calls? Godot uses something called a multi-mesh instance. A multi-mesh instance is a single object that can render up to millions of a single mesh or objects in one go.
It's basically the same.
Multi-mesh instances have many of the benefits of GPU instancing. Since it all counts as one object, it only takes one draw call, making it very efficient. Unfortunately, it has a few extra drawbacks. One of these is that while frustum culling, which is stopping the rendering of objects outside the field of view of your camera, does work, it only works when all of the objects in the instance are out of view, meaning you could have only one blade of grass in view, but the entire patch of 1 million blades will still be rendered.
Maybe this is what the problem is with mine, right? If this is how it's working as well, because I've got a giant plane of grass, right? I got 4 quarters of grass, whereas what you probably should do is have little tiny planes of grass, right? And then they get cold or not cold, depending on your point of view, because it's trying to draw all of them basically, because yeah, I get it.
Rendered. A workaround for this would be to use multiple smaller multi-mesh instances.
Oh, he was just saying that.
To balance draw calls with the number of polygons drawn, similar to a chunking system. Secondly, the multi-mesh instances also require you to place each mesh using your CPU, so the position buffer, which is where the transforms for each blade of grass is stored, is technically not on the GPU at all. However, multi-mesh instances can also execute logic through shaders, which is handy for faking interaction. For example, you can use your player's coordinates to implement interactive grass in a vertex shader. Okay, so that's how Godot renders millions of meshes at once, but I hear you asking,
Leon, that's not helpful at all. How do I create grass like in the 2018 Game of the Year Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild using the Godot game engine?
luckily there are a few tools and handy plugins to help make beautiful patches of grass. The first tool I'm going to show you is Scatter. Scatter is a plugin made by Hungry Proton, linked in the description, and is the go-to for beautiful grass in small to medium scenes. Scatter uses multi-mesh instances and can create very dense and custom patches of grass using its 3D curve editor.
Oh man,
with an array of
I'm gonna have to use plugins. I think the first time I'm ever using plugins, but maybe it'll be okay. This looks really good. Oh, this looks perfect. Oh. Barnabit Dice did an interesting comparison between Simple Radius and Frustrum, saying shaders are a huge part of game dev. There's nothing wrong in using plugins. Yeah, I'm just not used to it.
modifiers such as removing from a path, projecting on the floor, or
Oh, that's so good.
modifiers. To install Scatter, download the GitHub repository and extract it to your add-on folder. Make sure to change the file name to Scatter and activate the plugin in your project settings. You can then go ahead and add the Scatter node to the scene. You will need to add a Scatter item node as a child and then assign your grass in the item path parameter. In my case, it's this simple 5-vertex grass blade model. As well as this, you will need to add some modifiers, which in my case, I'm using a distribute inside.
A 5-vertex plane model is what you want. When you get more comfortable, you can remake them yourself.
Grass evenly, a randomized scale modifier to give some height variation, and a project on floor modifier to snap the grass to life.
This looks really good.
Finally, you can draw the area you want your grass. Scatter can get slow to edit with lots of 3D curve points and when you've got lots of grass, so I recommend turning your instance count down while you edit. A short side note on shaders is the built-in shaders and grass models in Scatter are really nice, with some nice wavy movements. I'm using this grass shader, which I've also linked in the description, to add some player interaction and deformation. Add this script to your grass, which is again linked in the description. Then assign your player in the script, and it will deform the grass around the player's coordinates for any mesh using this shader material, which includes all of the grass instanced by the Scatter plugin. Notice how I only need to apply the material to one grass blade, and it updates all of the grass in my scene.
That's so good.
A beautiful dense patch of grass. There is a slight problem, however. If we make our patch super big, it becomes much less efficient since frustum culling will only work when all blades of grass are out of view from the camera. A simple solution to this would be to make multiple smaller patches or chunks of grass. I find a nice balance is to make them around 10 to 30 meters squared per chunk. As well as this, we don't need to be rendering any grass super far away from the player, so we can add another basic chunking system to keep this under control. To do this, I have added a spatial node and made each chunk of grass a child of that node. I then added the following script. This script will make an array of our grass patches and cull them if they're further than our maximum render distance. Remember, this can't cull individual blades of grass, it can only cull entire chunks, so there isn't a smooth edge where the grass ends, rather it's quite a blocky edge. Also, this chunking system can be quite expensive when you have lots of patches of grass, so I recommend setting the for loop to a timer, as it doesn't need to run every single frame. So that's the Scatter tool. It's brilliant for small scenes, and I also explored a few options for medium-sized scenes. However, due to its slow performance, especially around editing the 3D curves and the chunking system, I wouldn't recommend using this system for really large scenes. There are just many more systems that would need to be in place to keep performance under control, which Godot just isn't built for. As well as this, my good friend Nakoto has been working on their own grass system for Godot, which I will allow them to explain.
How about a particle system for your grass? Particles are really good at drawing the same mesh thousands of times over and over again. In Godot, the instancing of particles is handled by a special type of shader called a particle shader, which runs on the GPU itself. This is actually one of the closest ways you can get to true GPU instancing in Godot. I mean, just take a look at the number of grass blades rendered in this scene. We can also use chunking similar to how we did for the multi-mesh instance, and use less detailed meshes on the chunks that are further away from the camera. However, there is a humongous problem with this method. The particle shader cannot change the number of instances drawn, so if there is a region where the grass shouldn't be drawn, the only thing you can do is move the grass to somewhere the camera can't see it. Since the GPU has to keep rendering the particles for the rest of the game, we cannot make use of the active variable in the particle shader either, which means that unless the entire particle emitter gets frustum called, the GPU will render every single particle regardless.
And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed my rundown of how grass systems work and how you too can make...
I left this video feeling more confused and more intimidated than when I started. Mate, there's so much to think about. Hmm. Kind of hard on 3D for a beginner. Optimized and scalable, yeah. Feyre, hello. I think you're at the end of the stream again. I'm just like watching some videos about grass, trying to put grass in my game, but it's gonna be more challenging than I thought it was gonna be, right? Well, I don't know. I had no preconceptions, I suppose, when I started. I don't know. But I managed to get some grass. But but obviously the performance is bad. So I've got to think about it. And obviously that scatter plugin. Some of these plugins look really good. Definitely. So gotta think about it. The bunny game. Yeah. And then when I come up here, the performance like tanks. Because it's trying to look at all this grass, right? And the grass isn't even that dense. But my GPU's going crazy right now. Right in the grass. Are you already on Godot 4.4? No, not yet. Not yet. I'm not in any rush at the moment to change. The shader precompile is default now? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what precompile is, to be honest. But yeah, your game is looking really good, Feyre. I like the look of it a lot. The stylized sort of pixel art, that's obviously going to take a lot of work, but it's worth it, and it looks really impressive already. I like the look of it a lot. It's gonna be fun. So this grass has to go for sure. This grass is going for now. And now it runs at 60. Nice. I solved the problem. No, it's not a plugin. That takes so long, yeah. Not sure about the gameplay loop is. Well, I got the impression you've got to collect honey and then what? You collect your honey and then get back home. And store your honey. Is that the gameplay loop? And avoid the birds, the monstrous birds that come and attack you or something. Animation looks good. Oh, thanks, man. Use it at the hive to level up. Well, there isn't really much that attacks bees. There's only really birds, I think, like a swallow. Maybe moving his head up or down. Yeah, I definitely want to do some like work on the animations at some point, but I need to like get the game I need to do the grass. I really feel like I need to do grass next. I feel like I need to do like terrain and grass and stuff like that. That's what I want to do. There are a lot of dangers, but most are kind of subtle, like diseases. You've got to avoid the plants that have been sprayed with chemicals. And that's the gameplay loop. Is avoiding the chemicals. Maybe speaking, I'll add a UV vision, which is a shader. Ooh, yeah, because you know, bees, they do have pheromones and stuff, or something. Like, they don't exactly see, they sort of smell, don't they? I think I've heard that before. They sort of smell, and they can, like, and that's how that's why plants have smells to them, because they're trying to attract the bees. Right. Noting it down. I mean, the thing about Sim Ant, do you remember that game? I don't know how old you are, but playing Sim Ant, you know, that was about insects, but obviously it was about ants, and you would have a colony of ants and they would fight each other, and that was the gameplay loop, right? It's the making your colony of ants and then fighting. I don't think bees fight each other. Oh, you know what? Maybe they do. Like, I feel like hornets, hornets kill bees. Hornets versus bees or something. Bees kill giant hornet with heat.
Back in the hive, those bees too young to forage are housekeeping. Like the hornet queen, the queen bee has the immeasurable task of laying enough eggs to ensure the health and future of the colony. Flow of fresh air circulating. Being unable to cope with high temperatures is a giant hornet's Achilles heel. The warmth of the hornet's nest belies the change in season.
Slow-mo.
Seasons change fast up here in the mountains. And when
I moderated you, so you should be able to post a video.
Still, the bees hang fire.
The dramatic music.
Then one is caught. It's the signal the others have been waiting for.
Oh my god. Oh my god. The music as well.
Surrounded by vibrating bodies, the hornet at the core of the
They're like the
Borg
Borg, yeah,
appears
that's
to
true.
overheat. The bees have the advantage, a heat tolerance 2 degrees above that of their enemy. At 46 degrees Celsius, the aggressor is roasted alive. The wild bees have spent millions of years living with the enemy. That's why they alone have developed this extraordinary survival strategy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. And of course, you do get European hornets. Right? I've seen a hornet. So that could definitely be the enemy, if you wanted to. But yeah, I think I'm done for today. I've got to do some work. And for a hornet for sure. That's awesome. Yeah, that's gonna be good. I wonder how. I hope that I can get this grass working, or some sort of train. I'm gonna have to work out some sort of train system. Right? There must be like plugins and all sorts of stuff to do the train. But I'll work it out. Yeah. Not 100% sure. I don't think the bees eat the hornet. I wonder if that prevents parasites when they later eat the hornet. Yeah. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Is there anyone to raid? Should we raid Trey Bastion? Somebody did talk about him there earlier. I'll raid him. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will I'll see you tomorrow maybe, but I will probably be working tomorrow, so I don't know. I'll see you guys later.